Hello, everybody. Yes, and welcome back to the home of the lituation, baby. It is the Chasing Reality recap review. But baby, listen, I know y'all been looking at the thumbnail. I'm shocked myself, y'all. Okay, he agreed to sit down with your girl over here at this wing of the palace of the lituation. You get what I'm saying? We have Quentin Harris in the building. But before I put him up here, you guys got to do something for me. Okay, y'all got to do something for me. We want to give him a royal welcome. Y'all know how we do. Y'all got to make sure y'all have liked this video. I'm going to take some time. Let's go. Like the video. Like the video. Who in the chat? Lysandra, what's up, girl? Hey, girl, what's up, Lysandra? NiQ VP, baby, all day. Hello, NiQ. You get what I'm saying? We got everybody up in here, all the replay gang. Make sure y'all have liked, y'all are sharing, y'all have subscribed. You get what I mean? Shout out to everybody on all the streaming platforms we're currently streaming from. It ain't just YouTube, y'all. You get what I'm saying? You know, the king got us getting multiple blessings over here. So we're over there on Facebook, on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? Bigo, you know, we everywhere, y'all. We everywhere. Hey, Super Swayson. That's the bay right there. Hi, everybody. Everybody's face. So now, are y'all ready? Take a deep breath. Okay, take a deep breath. Ooh, I gotta take a deep breath because my heart is pounding, y'all. He's so sweet and he's so cute too, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right. Everybody drop some crowns. Come on, y'all. Sit up. Fix y'all crowns. Act like, you know, we ain't just throw a party last night. You know what I mean? Act like we cleaned up, you know, because the king gonna be mad. The king gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? The house ain't clean over here, you know. And then we got the boss up in the building, so we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, drop some royal crowns, y'all. Okay, let me do my introduction. Okay, here we go. All right. Tonight we have a special guest. I'm shocked he agreed to have this sit down with me, but as always, we're going to give him a Royal Crown family welcome. One of the stars of Chasing Atlanta, now the executive producer of Chasing LA, Quentin T. Harris. Ooh, you like that? You like that? I just gave you two of your hats you wear. I just named two. We're gonna get into all of them, but welcome to the home of the lituation.
Thank you so much for having me, Crown family.
Yes, all day.
Proud. It's a
Yes.
zone over here.
Always, yes, okay. But see,
Thank y'all
we
so
we
much for
we the
having me.
party wing. We on the back end, so you know we be sneaking the booze in, and we be talking. Yeah, we the party
Oh,
wing
okay,
over
so I'm
here,
at
right?
the hole in the wall part. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
yes,
We're about
we
to
keep
have a
it
good
lit.
time back here.
That's right, because we
I see
keep
the
it
red
lit.
light over there in the corner thumping.
You see it, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know, we got the trees over in the corner, you know, we got the hookah section in the bed. So, you
We
know,
keep a good Dwayne.
we keep a good drink. You know what I'm saying? We got that dream wine bottle too. We got that dream too. We got it on tap tonight. Okay, so we don't play, all right? But before we get into anything else, you know, we pop our shit, we keep it lit over here. That's our little thing. Okay. So
Okay.
before we get into anything, I would like to ask you, what are your pronouns? Because we don't like to offend. So that's what I would like to start with.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. My pronouns are he and him.
Okay,
Yes,
I
my
like
pronouns
that.
are
My
he.
pronouns are money, she,
He,
and
Mr. Boston.
boss, sir. Okay, there you go. I like that. Yes. So mine's are money and she. Yes. There you go. Yes, you gotta get the money she. Whatever way you want to put it, you know.
Period. I
Exactly.
live.
Yes. So all right, Crown Family, you guys are ready. I know he's so nice, he's so sweet up here. I just
I'm
talked in.
excited.
You excited too? I know. What happened? Listen, y'all. While we wait for T to come back, for Quentin to come back, make sure y'all have liked this video, okay? Because y'all know I got my notes. Y'all. He back, y'all. Yes, he's back. All right. So now listen, guys. I got my notes and we are ready. You know, listen. Come through with the notes, y'all. Look, I've been taking the notes, okay? So we is ready to get into it, all right? So everybody, you know, get your glasses, sit back, relax. We gonna make this real easy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take it easy. And of course, I got a game to play. So we're gonna get into some things right now. You know, Crown Family, get your questions ready. because I'm sure we're gonna ask Quentin some questions. You know what I mean? I asked the poll on my Instagram, so if you guys didn't get a chance to get over there, make sure y'all follow me at Philly Chica 2016 on Instagram, so that way you can answer all the polls and all the questions first. You know what I'm saying? Before everybody else, and get into our Discord chat, y'all. It go down in the Discord, all right? Yes, you're back. Yes, there we
I'm
go.
so sorry about that. My mommy is trying to call me. I'm so
You
sorry,
know we scared
everybody.
you all. We was like, no, we scared them that fast. It was too
No,
fast.
no, it's my mommy's calling. I'm like, Mama, I will call you back. I'm working. This is usually our time
Oh,
that we chat. Yeah.
oh, well, shout out to mommy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. I hope she's watching. Let her watch. We're gonna find out some interesting stuff tonight.
All
Hopefully,
right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry
You
about
bet,
that.
you bet. Okay, all right, no problem, no problem. So since you're back, while you were going, I was sleeping a little bit, and it says that you're from Rayford, North Carolina. Can you tell me a little bit about your hood, like where you grew up?
Oh, so Rachel was a very, very, very small town, population of about 5 people.
Five
Five
people.
zero. It was just that small. Like I had one high school in my hometown. We probably had like 3 stoplights. Like I grew up in a very, very country, small town. I'm
Okay.
exaggerating, but that's legit. It was a really small city, small
Mhm.
town. And growing up there, I grew up in a middle class home with my family. I'm the knee baby of 5 of us. Yes, it's 5 of us.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm the knee baby of 5. So I'm a bit spoiled. So I grew up in like a, you know, home like with my
good.
family, and
Good.
I was raised in North Carolina like all of my childhood and adulthood. Like I lived in like
Good.
2 homes my entire life. Like I grew up in
Wow.
a very tight knit
Hot knit, yeah.
southern family. Like
That's cool. Well,
so
that's
that's
cool. So since you've grown up in that type of family, I know they've given you a nickname, and that is my next question. What is your childhood nickname?
oh my god. So the nicknames that I have, I hate all of them. So when I turn 30, I'm going to start officially just start going by Quentin. Like I'm not even gonna want people to
Okay,
call me Q anymore, which like probably a chasing fan, but
right.
Quentin from here on out. But
Quincy.
some nicknames that I hate. The first nickname that I hate is Quincy.
Quincy. Why
If you want to,
Quincy? That's not
I
your name.
hate that name. My father calls me that name, so he's like the
Okay.
only person on this earth that calls me that. And if you call me that, I might get a little bit pissed off. I feel like this
Ooh.
light is in my way. Let me turn my hat back
Oh,
on
there
so y'all
you
can see
go.
my
Show us
face.
again your cheekbones. There you go. Apple.
um, but yeah, I hate the nickname Quincy, which is something that my father calls me, and my
Okay.
dad's family calls me football. When I was younger, I had a football head, so
Oh, like hey Arnold, like one of
ah
those.
yeah,
Oh,
so they call me
baby.
football head.
You grew out of it. Let's say that. Okay.
Hey, I
Hey,
appreciate
hey.
that.
So listen, you're the only person when I interviewed they asked me about the childhood nickname, they never had one. Or they didn't want to
Really?
share. Yes,
Yeah.
I've asked Rich Bomb, Nicole, I've asked everybody, what was your childhood? They go, we didn't have one.
Really? Yeah, I had a lot of
Really? That's
nicknames.
really crazy. Okay. So all
My
right.
my church used to call me Shouting John because I used to shout and shout.
No, you was the kid that did this.
Yeah, I was a bucker. I used to
You
flap.
was the bunker.
I was a flapper.
Oh my good. Oh my.
We used to call it the chicken bob bob. Yeah, I
The
was one
chicken
of
pop
those. So,
out. Like, do y'all
so my
practice? I mean, like, is it something that you kind of? I know it's the spirit, but like, do you be like, next time I'm not gonna be like this. I'm gonna be
so
more like.
I'm a church baby, so
Mm,
me and my siblings, we naturally just mocked church when we went home because we grew up like in a strict faith-based home. So playing
got
church
you.
and singing, that was all that we could do.
Got you.
So
Mm-mm.
me and my brothers and sisters, we would go to church and we would mock. We would see who shout we gonna do when we got home, and we would go home and mock that person shout.
Oh,
Like I used to
oh,
come mock my grandmother's step. I used to come mock it down to the T. And it used to piss her off so bad, but she also used to laugh. So yeah, I guess we used to, I mean, not practice, but that was our
that
playtime, is
was your
playing
playtime.
church. Yeah,
Yeah, play
we was
church.
playing
Yeah,
church.
I understand it. I understand because you be like, look at Sister So So, her wig be turning like,
Mm-hmm. So
send me
I go
into.
home and I put a whole towel on my head and I
Yep, and
have
be
it
like,
moving or something. Silly,
Good
yeah.
times, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So then you decided to move out of your hometown in
Mm,
2016 and took
mhm,
that big journey and decided to step out on your own into Atlanta. Why
mhm.
Atlanta?
Atlanta at the time and still is the Black Hollywood,
Okay, go
and
ahead.
I felt that it was still close enough for me to be home because I did leave at such a young age. So
Mm,
Atlanta at the time, and like I say, still is the mecca of music, which I started my internet radio show. I had the number one internet
we're
radio
gonna
show
talk about
in
that. Ooh, don't jump my
in
interview now.
in Atlanta. So it was those things like that. I think I took a trip to Atlanta one time. My first trip to Atlanta actually was to take a Cynthia Bailey's class that she was,
Oh,
and at the time that's when she and I connected, and it was like instantly God was like, "This is where
there
you're
you
supposed
go.
to be,"
This is your next
and
step.
and it was like my story legit just started unfolding from there. My story actually started a couple of weeks prior to that, like when I left college and I just ran off
Mm-hmm.
to LA. I mean, ran off to Atlanta. My first thing was the Cynthia Bailey thing. Then I booked a Tyler Perry gig less than 2 weeks later. So it was just like
Yeah,
boop, 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 boop,
there you
boop. And
go.
God was just like, if you go back home, you're crazy. Like, I'm here you are with Cynthia Bailey on Tyler Perry Studios. You ain't even been here a month.
There you
And I
go.
landed I landed
Wow.
a job assisting Rico Chappelle. Everybody know him from Married to Medicine. I was his
Yes.
front desk receptionist. My mama raised a hustler, so I needed a 9 to 5. So
Okay, I know that's
so
right.
connected with
I
Rico
love
Chappelle,
it.
and all these things just like happened in a month. So Atlanta was definitely the place to be. And I felt,
Listen,
less than 6 months there, Jermaine Dupri pretty much passed the torch to me to start my
mhm.
radio show. Lotto was my very first interview. And so to see where
Really?
she is in her career now just always makes me smile because
We
she was
gonna get
legit.
into it.
Oh, well, let me
You,
slow down then. Let me
okay,
slow down.
you
I'm giving
slow,
you too much.
slow your
Let me
the
slow
body roll. You
down.
got the body roll with me now. There you go. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you very much. There you go. Okay.
Okay. So that's
Now,
why Atlanta. So that's why Atlanta. It
that's
was the
why
black.
Atlanta.
It was
Yeah.
so close to everything.
Yes, got it. Okay. Do you have a hidden talent or a secret talent that nobody really knows, but you're going to tell the Cran family tonight?
I don't have a secret talent. I think everybody know because I am a PK. I can sing a little bit. I haven't sang in years. I think that's something I want to get back to doing, with doing stage plays and
Okay.
stuff eventually.
Yes.
But I can sing. But I think a lot. If you know me, then you know that, or if
Mhm.
you can kind of guess a
Right.
little
You can
bit.
tell. Right. Right. It's about
Let's
something that
see. I
somebody
don't.
don't know, but they like, you know what? We never knew you could do that. Like, can you do the Roger Rabbit real good? Can you dance really good?
I can dance, but see, I was a little grown in high school and middle
Oh,
school, so I was always out front dancing and
oh,
stuff. So
oh.
if you know me, you know Q can dance. Like, I
Give me
am the
the
life of the
twerker.
party. I know. I guess I can. I'll throw it around. I throw it in a circle
You
one
know what
time,
I'm
but
saying?
like, but back in the day, the chicken head was my
Yeah, that
thing.
was
Like,
great. You know.
and I used to like to grind real nasty because I was on the
Oh,
step team. So
you was
I was
the
always. Yeah, I was a nasty grinder. Yeah, I was grown. So I know y'all see CEO Boss Q.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I
You
was a
was
little fast.
spicy. You
Yeah, I was
wasn't
a little
grown. You
fast.
was just spicy. It's
Yes, I could always dance.
okay.
So yeah, if you know
Yeah.
me, like if you get to party with me, like, okay, Q is the life of the party. He gonna turn
Okay. Okay. So
up.
all right, boss man. All right. One of your talents and hats that you wear that you're also an author. So you're
mm,
6 times author. The dream I chose to chase and Dear Dreamer. So tell the
yes.
Crown family what's the inspiration behind both of your books.
The first book was a blueprint of just a lot of people I noticed when I was moving away from North Carolina. A lot of people was asking me, Q, how are you working with Tyler Perry? Like, how are you doing this? How are you doing that? How are you doing this? And I felt like I was repeating the same story. So I was like,
Mm,
you know what? Let me just write down what I did and what God told me and how I did it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And next thing I know, I've always kind of wanted to stumble into art, being an author. And I've
mm-hmm.
always been a writer. I've always been a reader. I've always been a writer. So
Okay.
one day I called a friend of mine who I know who self-produced his book, and he told me like, "Q, I think you have enough stuff to kind of
To
put
kind of do
together
it.
put together a book," and that kind of gave me what I needed to step out there and try it, and I did it, and I've sold probably over 500 copies of my first book, which was insane.
Yes.
Then my second book, Dear Dreamer, I felt that a lot. Yes, I was in Atlanta, but a lot of people can be in entertainment, or they can be
Mm-hmm.
thrown in anything. They can just
Right.
go to Atlanta and kind of get. Atlanta's one of those places. If you don't go and master it, it'll suck you. It'll swallow you up.
Like New
Especially
York.
if you go,
Mm-hmm.
like if you go there and you're not focused, it's so many distractions.
Mm.
So my second book was just a guide, and it was a small quote book. I know I
Gotcha.
caught a little bit of shade on chasing reality
Ooh,
by my second book, but
ooh,
it's a
ooh, they
small
tried it.
it's a small quote book, and it's basically just let people know the different quotes that keep me
Mm-hmm.
grounded, focused, and just keep me on this journey. It's a hard journey being in it's this journey of life is hard, period.
It is, yeah,
I
yeah.
think the journey of entrepreneurship is another thing, and then being
Mm-hmm.
a black person in entertainment, period, is a whole another thing. So, there are certain things that I had, certain principles. There are certain
Mm-hmm.
principles that I had to stand by to keep me steadfast and grounded
Mm-hmm.
in my goals and in my dreams. So that's what my second book, Dear Dreamer,
I
was
like
about.
it.
Like, listen, you've gotten on the journey, but how are you going
How
to
are you going to maintain
stay
it?
there? How are you gonna
Right.
maintain? We see so many
Mm-hmm.
people try stuff and fail, and all those things. So that was my
Exactly,
second book about.
exactly.
I think God is pushing my pen again
That's what
recently.
I was going to ask. Think of my next question. Will there be a third? We're going to say three times best-selling
And you
author.
know
Like,
what's so crazy? And this is why you can't tell God stuff. And I'm for those of you who are not faith based, y'all know I'm just who I am.
that's right.
I've just come to a season. I told myself years ago, I'm not writing no more. It's a process. It's like producing. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm tired after the season right now, but it's something that I love, and I feel that when you are a mouthpiece for God, I'll never stop being
You
able to
can't say
create. I
nothing.
can
There you go.
I can take a break, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'll always be a mouthpiece for God. So
There
lately, I've
you
been
go.
feeling Him push my pen because I feel like
Mm-hmm. I
I
think
got
you
something else.
got a little vacuum seal.
I feel my
That's about to
I
happen.
feel my chicken. feel my
Your
chicken heart.
chicken
Feel my
going.
chick bop coming. Yeah, no, but seriously, I feel like
Exactly.
I feel like where God has me right now, I'm entering into a new season
Mhm.
where what I have to say is gonna help somebody.
There you go.
Yeah,
Exactly, exactly.
yeah.
So speaking of, pushing that pin a little bit, we like to play a
Hmm.
little game over here, just to, give a little bit, a little
Yeah,
bit of
let's do
have a
it.
little fun,
I'm having
I play things.
fun.
I'm
Let's do
glad you
it.
are. I'm so glad you are. So this game I made especially for you is called Booked It. Okay, since you are author. And what I'm gonna do is I'm
And I
gonna
booked stuff.
and you be booking stuff, okay? You be booking it. So what I did is I put some Chasing Reality season 2 and past castmates in this
Is that
bed.
is this for LA or Atlanta or just
It's
all?
for LA. It's for LA. I kept
Okay,
it
okay,
simple. I ain't going to
okay,
give you
okay. I was
the
like,
Atlanta
Lord, you
thing.
better that make
Yeah,
me
I
think
ain't do
that.
it. I ain't do it.
Okay.
But you just gotta give me the title of the book you think they should write and what genre they should put it in.
Oh gosh. Okay,
Okay,
let's
and
do it.
that's
Let's
kind of
do it.
cute, right? That's cute.
Let's do it.
Like,
It's not too
for
bad.
example, official campaign, Periana to the Perrier, a hood classic. I feel like that would be good for him. Ain't that kind of cute? Ain't that kind of
Okay,
cute?
cute,
Okay,
cute,
so
cute.
here we go. Now, just so nobody say I'll be picking on them, William the baddest. I put everybody in the bag, and I'm gonna shake it. Here we go. Here
Okay.
we go. Let's see who comes out. Let's see who comes out.
Lord Jesus.
Who we gonna get? Who we got? Oh wow, the official campaign. That's who we got. We got
The
official
official
campaign.
campaign.
Yes, yes.
I think the official campaign could honestly write like a self help book.
Okay.
Uh, I know the Crown family, y'all used to seeing King Payne do his thing, but
Mm-hmm.
getting to know the person behind the screen, King Payne has
Yes.
a story. He has
Yes.
a heart of gold.
Yes.
I feel he is one of those like male patriarchs of his family, even though he's one of the
Mm-hmm.
younger siblings or cousins. I can't remember where he falls in
Mm-hmm.
his,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know that
Yeah.
he's one of the younger ones because I've heard his
Yeah.
story several times. And King Payne is very faith based, which I
Yes.
love to have
Yes.
conversations with him because King Payne pushes me sometimes when I
There
don't feel
you
like
go.
being pushed. So
Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
King Payne's
look
always on
at him.
set. He's encouraging me. King Payne's
That's
always on the set.
great.
Like he be like, "Ain't no breaks, Q. Come back,"
Okay.
you know.
Yes,
Or like
yes.
even in our like real serious conversations, I can just hear
Mhm.
his heart, and I can just hear that he has a heart for people.
Yes,
He's been through a lot, and I know that he's headed to do some great things.
that's
So
right.
yeah, King Payne
That's
is. I feel
right.
like he could write an incredible self help
And
book
what
because
title would you give it?
what title would I give it? Oh my gosh.
And if they use the title, they're gonna owe us 33 and a third. I'm putting that out there right now. Okay.
I see King Payne, and right, if we use it, and because
They're gonna
this
owe
turn into
us
something, they're gonna go.
33 and a
I
third.
see King
Yes.
Payne sit with an old nasty big duster in a
Uh-huh.
heat, and it'll
Uh-huh.
be like from from dust to riches, or you know, or a
Big
dust
dusty
free
bitches.
zone,
Oh,
or
there you go.
dusty
I like
bitches,
that.
or
There you
something.
go. I like
Something, you
that.
know,
I
get rid of
like
the
that.
dusty, get from dusty bitches to something.
To
I
rags
have
and
to play
riches.
around.
Ew, I like that. There you go. I like that. There we go.
From
So,
dusty bitches to rags and riches. That's King
oh,
Payne
there you
with
go.
old
So, with
nasty
a
duster right
long duster. Yes, yes. See, the Crown family agree. Okay, here we go.
here.
Let's see what the
Oh
hat
man,
say. Let's see what the bag say. Let's see.
too neat,
Ooh,
too
here we
neat.
go. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, 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 who we got? Who we got? Fly King I. We got Fly King N.
I would love to have a good um, business like
Okay.
self dummy book.
A
King, I
business
mean
for
not King.
dummies.
And that's not in a shady way. What I'm
Right.
saying is to break down business. Like Fly King I is a mastermind behind Royal Flyness. You would never know
Mm,
it's him if he would not have stepped,
that is so
excuse me, in
true.
front of the Chasing Reality brand and presenting himself. And I feel that that is who a boss is. That
I
is
like
what
that.
a CEO is.
I like
And
that.
Fly King I is so smart. He can,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he knows everybody. He can, like, I can call on
Yeah.
him. Like, Fly King I helped me book the reunion space for last year. Like,
Wow.
yes, him and I'm gonna just say Fly King I. That's all I'm gonna say because
Oh,
I can
oh,
write it
okay.
down because I know
We're
how
gonna
the
get
people
into
do.
that. Uh-oh.
But you know, he's just a very smart businessman,
I
and
like that.
yeah, and he's a
Okay.
sweet guy, and
Mm.
he doesn't mind sharing. So he would do great with showing people how to
So,
do great business.
okay. So we would name the book what? The I is for income. Fly King I.
Oh,
The I is for income.
I'm gonna give the descriptions and you give the book titles,
Oh, you like
okay?
that? You like that? Yeah, I
Yes,
like that.
because
Yes.
that is cute. The
The
I is
I
for
is for
income.
income. Okay.
That's
Yes.
cute. You know, if Fly
Yes.
King I hears that, he's gonna run with that.
And I want my
Fly King
33 in the
I,
third.
yeah, he's so smart. I feel like he could do a great.
Yes,
That's
I like that. I like that. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Ooh,
shake it
Lord.
up,
We
ooh,
got
ooh,
shake it
ooh,
up,
shake
shake
it
it
up,
up,
shake
ooh,
it up,
shake it.
ooh, ooh, shake it
Ooh.
up,
Okay,
shake
here
it
we
up,
go.
ooh,
Okay,
ooh.
okay, okay, okay. That's it. That's it. Okay, not two. Okay, here we go. We have, oh Lord, William the baddest. We got William
Um,
the baddest. The
I
thickest
think
white boy.
the thickest white boy. I
The
think
thickest.
William should write his story
Ooh, okay.
and
So
be
be a autobiography. Okay.
yeah, because he sometimes some people have already enough hard time receiving him. I don't because I know him. So it's
Okay.
hard to even hear him when you don't
Mm.
receive him. You feel me?
That makes sense. Okay, okay. All
So
right, that makes sense.
if he was to write his story, I feel like it people would be able to understand him a bit better. For those who care,
Okay.
you know. So
Okay.
I feel like he would definitely do well with the autobiography. So I tell the description. So what's the title? What's the title of the book?
To be this white boy that done it. That's
And we
it.
got it instead of an A, we'll cross out the A and
Yeah.
put an I. The
Yeah.
bees. The
DBs. Yes.
bees.
DBs. Okay. I like that. There we
Bees.
go. Yes. All right. Here we go. Ooh. All right. Here. Ooh, Lord. Let's see. We getting out there. We're going to get out there. Let's see. Why do I got T. Watson in here? T. Watson.
T. Watson. Now why y'all got T. Watson in
I don't know
there?
why T. Watson got in this bag. How did T. Watson get in? It said
Ooh.
castmates. I didn't know. T.
I
Watson.
feel it. I just felt a little bit of shade just
It
fly,
was no shade.
just
I
right
like
then.
T.
I selfish.
Quentin,
I
what
do too. I love tea.
you mean? I like T.
I
Watson.
feel now that's a tough one for me because T and I, even though we work together, we're still getting to know each other. I
Mm-hmm.
only know T from I do know that he takes his faith base very seriously. I do know that about T Watson, and I know that he has like a freaky wild side, which I love
Ooh,
about T because he's
ooh,
like
yes,
mysterious.
ooh,
So I love
yeah.
that about him. But I think I think 75% of what I know of T would be the business side and the videography side and the photography
Mm-hmm.
side, which I first met him in. So
Got you.
I think if anything, if I mean it's so cliche, but I don't know. I wouldn't want him to write.
Photography book will be
I
nice.
mean that would be good, but it's just like it's so in his lane. So I think I would have to
Okay, right.
think a little bit more on that. But I guess like
Okay.
if I had to answer, I would say T. Watson is amazing at videography, photography,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
in everything in that lane. I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
he's great at that.
So I would title that Through My Eyes. If he was going to do a photography book, it'll be Through My Eyes. And just
I,
how he sees the
I
world.
know who I'm gonna
You
call
get what
in a
I'm
few
saying?
weeks. Okay,
Yes.
well
Yes.
hold on. Well, since we shaking up,
You should-
I'm gonna pull one. It's me.
yes. There you go.
The
There you go.
name on
There
this
you
is Philly Chica. So your name is Oh, and the person that you have to describe is Q.
go. Oh,
Give me a
cute.
little bit. Yeah, what would the name of that next book
Okay.
be?
So I would say Behind the Boss, 50 Shades of Q.
Oh,
I'm saying, but
yeah.
listen, here's the thing. I know you don't like that, right? Because you're gonna do it differently though. You're not gonna do it like all the freaky 50 shades of Q. It's literally gonna be this different sides of you. Because nobody really knows the
Oh, 50
other
Shades
side.
of Q. 50 Shades of Q.
Yes,
Oh, I
yes.
like that. I like that. I like that.
And there'll
That's
be you
cute.
on the cover in different, your different work
That's
aspects, a
cute.
collage of you doing different things.
Oh, that's a cute
So
idea.
yeah.
The book is going to be somewhere in that realm anyway because
Hmm.
I feel like everybody wants to know
Wants to
Q
know.
more. They want to know,
Yes.
be a little bit more in my business.
Yeah,
So,
everybody want to be in
uh,
your business. But
yeah, I
let's get
do
back
think
to
that's.
this interview. I like that. Did you like the game? Did you have fun with
I
it?
did. That was so much fun. Yeah, that was a good little
Okay,
icebreaker. I'm warmed up now.
yes.
Now I feel the
Now,
mess coming. Now T. Watson name was in the bag. Oh, I
you
know
know
it's
what?
coming now. Come on.
It is not. What do you mean? We're not messy over here. Like kind of a
No,
little
not
bit,
Missy.
just a little bit, maybe a little bit.
We
We
we gonna
we
we
are
gonna
from
bring
Kingpin.
clarity. We're gonna bring some clarity to this.
Clarity. There you go. Clarity. That's what happens. So, okay, besides, being an author, you
Yeah.
decide to acting, and producing. Let's talk a little
Yes.
bit about Chasing Atlanta and how did you hear about the series and what made you audition?
So chasing Atlanta. I'm laughing because I just talked to Lauren today, y'all. Because
Oh,
we just seen that she's going to Vietnam and all these things. I'm not sure if y'all been on
yes.
social media today, so that's why I'm laughing. But
Oh,
how I heard about Chasing Atlanta. So that's me back in my Q in the streets days. I was
mm,
privy to everything. If
okay.
it was out and if it was in Atlanta and if I can get my hands on the talent, I knew about it.
Mm, you
I
stayed
was
up on it. Okay.
I was
Listen,
hungry, baby.
you
I
say,
wanted it back
hey,
then. Yeah, I was a
okay.
networker. So I kind of was starting to hear about it, of course, and then I
Mm,
think I was like running into Lyric London, like at a couple of projects. So I kind of seen him.
mm-hmm,
Then once the show was probably on like six or something episode, I noticed that it was making some noise. So I was
mm,
already starting to interview other artists, but I was trying to wing in reality because my show was
okay.
supposed to be for music artists. But it just
Okay.
got so popular that everybody came on there. And then, of course, when Love and Hip Hop was popping back then,
Mm-hmm.
the characters were starting to make music. And so then
Mm.
they would come on my show and just turn into a bigger thing. So at the time, get back to my story. I'm long winded,
It's
y'all. Y'all got to excuse me.
okay. Listen, you good. We love it. We love it. Listen, everybody quiet listening, like, go ahead. Go
So how I got
ahead.
introduced to the show was, like I said, interviewing people and chasing Atlanta was on like its fifth or sixth episode. My very first
Mhm.
episode, the very first person I interviewed, I think the only person I interviewed was Lauren England. At the time,
Oh,
she
I
she was
love Lauren. We love
known by something else.
it. Okay. Yeah.
And Yeah, it just kind of Lauren and I, we just locked in as friends first, like seriously
Mm-hmm.
locked in. It was me, Lauren England,
Mm-hmm.
and what's my
You
um
said, what's
been
my?
my best friend. What's my girl name? We've been hanging out all the time. I'm Tokyo Vanity. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, Tokyo.
So me,
Okay.
Lauren, and Tokyo Vanity. I saw the
Mm-hmm.
videos. It was me and Tokyo. I interviewed Tokyo first, so she and I had got so cool. So then once I
Mm-hmm.
interviewed Lauren, I was like, I would always see Lauren around Tokyo. So I was like, okay, I see she's in like
Getting in
the
the circle.
I see
Yeah.
the circles is
Yeah.
swirling,
Uh-oh.
and we kind of riding this thing out. So Lauren and I got super tight. I
Mm-hmm.
think probably 2 months later, the show was off, and by that time they was already looking for new talent. Lauren was already
Right.
dropping in my ear like, I
There
really think
you
you should do
go.
the show. I really think you should do
There
the
you
show. Me
go.
coming from the South, I'm like, I don't know, I want to do no reality TV. I don't even at this time. I'm not even sure what my mouth is capable of because I'm a little young buck just stepping
Uh-oh.
into Atlanta, right? But
Right.
I did have things going on at the time that I felt that the show could
Should have, yeah, could have
benefit
plateaued.
from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I felt that season one, and I can never take season one away because there was no season one of Chasing Atlanta. There would be no
Right.
interview today.
Exactly.
However, I felt that some of the let me word myself correctly. I
Got
felt
you.
that I felt that we as a community had more to offer, and I
Mhm.
don't bring all of that to the table, but I felt that I was a person in Atlanta chasing
There
Atlanta.
you go. There
And
you go.
so me and Lauren had already had a great relationship. Child, however, she was the villain of the show. I didn't really put
You
two
ain't
and
know
two
that. You
together.
know, you ain't know
So I didn't know I was
that.
walking into a line of fire when I got there.
Uh-uh.
However,
Like,
so how I
uh-uh.
heard about the show was Lauren was already dropping the bug in my ear. So like, I think you should do it. And I was like, let me think about it.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I went did the interview, and Dario Abrams and my producer at the time, who I was still always give my homage to. I know that he's no longer with us, but Kevon
Mm-hmm.
Burns, they gave me my position
Okay.
the day
There
I
you
walked
go.
in that room on the spot in the
Wow.
moment. I wasn't even in there 15 minutes. Like,
Booked.
okay, we love you. Right, book,
Booked it.
period.
Booked.
And what, five,
Love
6
it.
years later, here we are. Oh my gosh.
Love it. Look at that. Back down
Mm,
memory lane. But see, that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing you've been acting in, okay? We're going to get into all of the Chasing LAT. I want to touch on the other projects that you have been a part of, like
thank you.
Moody and Reading, which is
Mhm.
you played the deputy number two. I list everything you've been a part of because it was a check, okay? And it's an IMDb
Oh
credit.
my gosh.
So we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
list it, okay? So perfect bill.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah, The
Mm-hmm.
Complex, the web series,
Mm-hmm.
Dakota,
Yes.
Demetrius Smith stage play, No Time for the Pain, Tyler Perry, Loving You Is Wrong, and Traceless, a station
Mm.
manager. You played Q in the streets on that. So
Yeah,
out
I've
of
done a
the
lot.
projects, you've done a lot. Out of the projects that I've listed, what are your favorite three?
Ooh. mm. Anything the anything Tyler Perry is top. Like I
Got
just
you.
have to just
Yes.
being in that
That's a
man's
big
presence.
name. Woo!
Yes, being in that man's presence. I think I did the very first show I actually did for him was Having Have Nots. I know it
Have
probably
and
wasn't
have
on
nots.
IMDb, but
They
I
ain't do
did
that on
do.
there. You got to put that on there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Listen,
Enigma, handsome,
you know what? I have some time
Enigma.
off. Listen, I'm about
Hmm.
to get back to that, but I have some time off now. I need to update everything concerning Q
Please, yes.
because I've been focused on chasing LA for like the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Now I say, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into it, but
Mm-hmm.
now is the time for me to kind of get back out there. So I will be fixing
Mm-hmm.
all of that. But
Yes, yes.
anything Tyler Perry was top because I just learned so much from him, from being on time to just how you
I
carry
love it.
yourself to just the stars that he had around and just how I'm close to a lot of them. That like a lot of I
Right.
just built so many connections and it's like family
Wow.
there. Like I know a lot of people brag on his work and stuff sometimes,
I
but
love Tyler Perry. Stop playing.
TT is that
Yeah, I
man
love me
is
some Christian Keys. Don't get me lying.
it's
I watched
okay.
everything Christian Keys was in. All right.
It's
Like,
just like
yes.
when it's like every time you go into Tyler's presence, you leave with something.
You
And
gave
that's
it
what
to
I
the
try
guys.
to give. Yeah.
I
So
like that.
that's first.
So
Handsome
what's your
Nigga, that was
favorite?
a good one. That was a
What's
good
your
one. That was
favorite Tyler Perry character you played then? Since you've done a couple of projects of his, what's your favorite one that you was like, this
it
one right
would
here is my fave?
it would be the 911 operator. That was great because I was kind
Okay.
of flexing my acting skills by
Okay.
being a reoccurring role. So that was me
Got
like
you.
starting to take myself a little bit more serious.
Got you. Got you.
But my favorite role would have to be when I did the Have and Have Nots because that's when like my hometown was hitting me up like, oh my gosh, Q, we saw you on TV. It was like the first 3 or 4 episodes too. So it was when Tyler Perry was
Wow.
hot. So I mean, my
Yes.
social media was crazy. So
Going
that's just a moment
crazy.
I will never forget. Is like
That's
seeing myself
amazing.
on a Tyler Perry project for the first time is just something I'll never forget. So
Wow. We also talked about you've also hinted around to you hosted Q on the Streets 107 WT the NT
NT,
World Star
okay.
Hit Radio. Okay, you gotta do them call letters.
Woo.
Listen, all right.
Okay,
I got some
WTNT
aunties.
107.7 Q in the
Okay, I got
streets,
some
baby. I
aunties in
still got it.
radio, so they don't play about the call letters. You better do them. That's
That's
the
the check.
check. Yeah,
That's the
listen.
They already know. See, I
Listen,
love it.
okay.
That's the check,
So
baby.
tell me about that. How did it get? How did it be birthed?
Mm.
How did you get involved in that? Like, what's that
Woo.
about?
So Q in the streets was, oh my gosh, I just felt me almost get emotional. So
Oh.
Q in the streets birthed all of this. And
Mm-hmm.
just thinking back to young Q being in Atlanta with a old beat up iPhone, I was starting to network and just wanting to put myself out there. And I was
Mm-hmm.
one sneaking into events,
Yes.
sneaking into events. My name is on the list.
On
Look
the
again,
list. Look at
look again. By the time they go get somebody, like, hey, this young man, I'm already gone, baby.
you go.
I'm gone, and I'm the hottest thing on the carpet. Everybody, they
Yes.
started to know. They were like, oh my God, we saw you at that other event. We saw you at that last event. I remember
Yes.
you.
That's how
So
you do
people
it.
were starting to come to me. Like I literally had my iPhone, and just before cameras and all. Well, before
Mm-hmm.
I had a videographer, I legit would take
Mm-hmm.
my phone around, turn it on camera, selfie mode,
Yeah.
and was like, hey, I'm here with Philly Chica, and we
Yeah.
are at
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
red carpet for da 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 da. At the town, at the time, not knowing I was gathering sound bites for myself to,
Wow.
put into a compilation video to be like,
There
hey,
you
he
go.
really does this, and I
He
was
does
building my
this.
reel.
Your resume. Your
So
digital
yeah, I
resume.
was doing all of that. So how
Yeah.
Q the Street started was I legit, like I said, was sneaking into different events, or not only sneaking because I was starting to get invited. Um, and one night I was at a party downtown and I was not feeling well. And like I say, my
Oh,
very first person I interviewed was Lotto. I remember it like it was yesterday. So
wow.
I was at this event, not feeling well, slick back ponytail. This was Q with the ponytail,
With the
baby.
ponytail,
Q with
yes.
the
Okay, yes. With the
Q with the
yes,
pony, okay?
yes,
So
yes.
I had my little
Future Q. I
ponytail.
call that future Q because you might be a future back then. Because I was like, what the kind of future? So I call you future Q. Okay, go ahead.
So I had my little future Q ponytail child,
Okay.
and I was not feeling well. And I think at the time Jermaine Dupri had a correspondent who was not feeling well or something like
Ooh,
that. And
okay.
he walked up to me and was like, "Hey, somebody just pinpointed you out, and something you do radio or like you do red carpet work,
Red carpet, right?
right? Correspondent." And so I was just like, "Yeah, I was just like down in myself. I was like, no, I mean." I'm doing. I mean,
Talk to me. To
yeah,
me
I'm
like,
doing
oh,
all.
I
I'm
do that.
doing
I know what you
all of
mean.
that, right? I'm doing
Yeah,
all of that,
yeah,
and not feeling good. My hair was a
yeah.
mess. I was not feeling good at all.
Yeah.
And so he basically looked at me and was like, "Are you a correspondent or are you not?"
Ooh.
Because I'm you 20 seconds. And I'm about to ask somebody else.
Ooh.
It was like I felt the ground shake, girl.
Yeah, God was like, get it together. You feel good. You good.
I think I kind of looked at my homegirl who helped me get the show at the time, and she gave me the face like, "Bitch,
This is it.
this is it. What you doing?" I went to the bathroom, child. I used to always carry some little grease, so I went to the bathroom, carry my little grease. So I told him to give me about 10 minutes. So I went to the bathroom,
There you go.
pulled
Got the
my shit
grease and water.
together, Baby, went to that little red carpet interview.
Yes.
Lotto, I killed that bitch, and it was just.
Yes.
And so at that moment, Jermaine
Wow.
Dupri reached out to a lady. Her name was Nikki Couture. Nikki Couture is from Raleigh, North Carolina, and she had already kind
Okay.
of had her eyes on me anyway because, like I was saying, I was
You was
taking
making,
pictures with
there you
different people.
go.
Da, da, da. She was like, "Hey, Jermaine talked to me the other night. He told me that you did such an incredible job. I do work at a radio station, et cetera, et cetera. I think you should come in and start, seeing what you can do. I think you have
Yeah.
a voice for radio." At the time, I told you one of the first classes I took was the Cynthia Bailey class.
Was it Cynthia Bay? Yeah.
At the time, well, like maybe what, a year, or no, not a year, like maybe 6 months prior,
Mm.
Cynthia told me, she was like, I see you because I went for a modeling class. And Cynthia was like,
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah.
she was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're short, you're
What?
and all these things.
How
And
tall
so,
are you?
but
If you don't mind me asking, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'9", 5'10", but those
That's
other
not
guys
short.
are.
I'm 4'11. So try being 4'11. Yeah,
But
okay.
for a model to,
Got
what
you.
I
I
thought I
understand.
wanted to
Yeah.
do, she was keeping it real with me, and she was just like, I kind of see you being like a Steve Harvey or something, and I didn't know what that meant.
I got you. Right.
And
More
so, speed it up,
interesting.
6 months later, I met
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri. Excuse me,
There you
Nikki
go.
Couture. Nikki Couture was like, hey, I think you should start coming to the radio station. I was just like, Cynthia did say, okay, let me try. So I was just going to the radio station, just cleaning up, cleaning the
Mm-hmm.
microphones, cleaning the
Mm-hmm.
desk.
Interning.
I was interning,
Yeah.
sitting in the back, answering the
Yeah.
phones. I think I did that for 2 weeks.
What? Go ahead. I know that's right.
2 weeks, child. I think one day one of the correspondents didn't show up to work or something.
That's all it takes.
And Cat was like, and I remember his name. His name was Cat. He was the owner of the studio at the time. And he was just
Mm-hmm.
like, jump on the mic and test the headphones out real quick and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got back there, my little raw self, and I kind of just hit my little 1-2s. And before you know it, speeded up. Not even 2 months later, I had my own radio show.
There you go. See what happens, y'all? You miss one day. Don't miss your one day. Like, don't
And
get
don't miss your
comfortable.
one moment either. Even when you
Period.
ain't ready,
When
take
you
that
ain't
leap
ready,
of faith. But
take
when
it.
you
Yeah.
think you're not ready,
Yeah.
take that leap of faith. So,
There you go.
my story is just.
And what is your favorite interview? So I know you're saying
Ooh,
Lotto. I know Lotto is
Lotto.
your
Yeah.
favorite interview, but what is your favorite interview aside from Lotto? We're gonna take her. She's OG. We're gonna put her on the show.
I had so many great moments. I think I would have to give it to probably Tokyo Vanity because
Okay.
at the time my best friend was popping.
There you
Um,
go. It's my best friend.
yeah, and we became great friends after that.
Got it.
I've interviewed Vivica Fox, Kenya Moore,
I
Cynthia.
know. That's what I'm
I've
asking. Like,
I've interviewed so many people. Shay and I from Love and Hip Hop got so cool. I got cool with
okay,
I forgot the other girl. I got cool with Bobby and I are cool. We have each other's number.
got
Malik
you.
from Hollywood, I have his number. We're
Oh
super
wow,
cool.
look at you.
So many different people who I'm cool with across the board. Not even
Mm-hmm.
just reality TV, like real actors. I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
church where I come from church, so I know so many different gospel singers.
There
I
you
know
go.
that's my world in a whole
There
nother
you
way.
go. In
So
a whole
my
nother nutshell.
favorite
Yeah.
interview would probably I guess off the top of my head probably would be Tokyo. But I mean I've
Okay.
interviewed Mary, I've interviewed Kim Burrell,
Yeah.
I've
Did
interviewed
you
a lot of
interview
people.
Mary at the time when the one Mary was smashing the car up? When she tore the car down? Because
No.
that's when I was like, girl, get him. Tear that car up. It's the God in
No.
me. She said
I
it's
try
the
to
God
stay
in
with
me.
I try to no, I actually had interviewed them at a award show. So I try to stay
Okay.
away from that type of stuff. They
Okay.
wasn't on
Okay.
the air.
Oh, I would have
But
been like,
from
girl,
red
yeah.
carpet corresponding to
Yeah.
television stuff to my radio show, I did a lot of interviews. But I probably have to say off the
Yeah.
top of my head would be Tokyo because she really we became like sister and brother.
Okay, I like that. I like that. And we love her over here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to she was like a
Mm-hmm.
sweetheart. Definitely. And Love and Hip Hop is reality TV, so it's a certain
Yeah.
way. But definitely I follow
Yeah.
her on Instagram and she looks like a total sweetheart.
Yeah,
So
same for chasing. I know it can be a lot, but we actually
it's
some loving
fun.
people behind the
Yes.
craziness.
Yes. So aside from the acting and then the being the author, and then we're gonna get into the producer and all of that, you also have
Ooh,
apparel. All right, you got Dream Bigger hoodies
yes,
and
yes.
sweatshirts available on your website, and the wine, your new wine culture. Can you tell everybody how you got into being adding wine connoisseur to your resume?
Well, as y'all can see, I love me a good wine, child. I'm not drinking wine. I'm not drinking drink tonight
Okay.
because I've shipped off every bottle that I
I'm
have. I
waiting
have
for
to
mine.
go.
I'm ready to get mine.
I have to literally get up and go to LA in the morning and get like 60
Wow.
cases because y'all are like cute. I
Buying
appreciate
it.
y'all, but it is going crazy, and I'm so appreciative of that. To be honest, that was another one of those things where I've always wanted to do a wine, and I never
Mm-hmm.
knew how I was going to get it done. And
Got
it
you.
was another one of those
Ooh.
just moment things. And
Mm.
I've always said I want to do a wine. I've said that probably since I was in like fresh out of high school. Like before I could even
Wow.
drink, I wanted
Look
to
at
do a
you. You
wine.
said, I'm going to get me a
I've
woman.
always had that in the back of my head for some reason. For some reason, before I even could
Okay.
start drinking, I just always felt like wine was classy. And my parents
Yeah.
don't drink. That's the crazy part.
Really?
It wasn't a thing that I saw in my household or nothing like
Do
that.
your
It was just something.
siblings drink?
I mean, now, but it wasn't. I mean, yeah, they do now, but it wasn't like something that we
Okay.
saw consistently. It
Right.
was
It
like when
just,
I went out with my friends and I thought we were drinking a glass of wine, I always thought it was so fancy.
oh, you want them to
So,
be drinking a Q. You like, you know what? They'll be drinking it.
yeah.
I like that.
So I've always had it in my head, and literally a few months, well, not even a few months ago, but to be honest, a few weeks ago, I was,
Yeah.
well, not about 2 months ago. About 2 months ago, I was doing a interview with this guy. He invited me onto his platform. Y'all know I'd be so scared of interviews because y'all you never know where it's gonna go. And it was actually a in-person interview. And
Yeah.
but a few weeks before that, we were he reached out to me. We were just getting to know each other, and I saw that he had a wine, and et cetera, et cetera. So when we got on his interview platform, he told me that he had a few things that he wanted me to try, and a few things that
Oh.
we could mix to make
Ooh.
what I
I like
wanted. And
it.
so he was like, "Hey, let's just do it on camera." So I'm not. It should be coming out very soon, but you
Okay.
all will literally see me developing my wine like on camera.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's lit. That's
So
lit.
we were tasting it. So he
That's
already
good.
has a wine. So you'll see
Okay.
at the bottom of my wine, you'll see a CXC. So he
Mm-hmm.
has a cognac company, and
Mm.
then he basically just been teaching me the ropes this whole time. Like I just told him
I
basically what
like
I
that.
wanted to go for first, what I wanted to
Yeah.
do, and yeah, not even 2 months later, here we
I
are because he
like
told me
that.
it wasn't a hard process. This what you can do. This what you got to do. One,
Mhm,
two, three.
mhm,
I was like, oh, I can do that. And then I think maybe 3 weeks before the reunion, I was
mhm, mhm,
trying to figure out some set decor and all these other things. And I was just like,
mhm.
I think I got enough time.
Yeah, let's spruce something up real quick. Let me just see.
Hmm. So I started doing my grandma rock in my chair,
Okay,
child.
not the grandma watch. Not
The
the...
grandma rock just like this. And that thing started stirring up in my system, child.
There
And
you go. There
I
you
think I
go.
made a phone call and it's like, hey, Mr. Harris, this to be here by then. I was like, all right, let's do it. Boom. So
Wow,
the
there
night
you
that I went
go.
live on the Chasing
Yes,
Reality page after show, it shocked the shit out of
yeah.
myself that I said, ooh, I said it wrong. I said
You,
the bad word. It
it's
shocked
okay. It's fine. You fine. We
Look,
grown.
it shocked the crap out of myself. And I'm just like, okay, here we are, God,
Yeah,
and we are not even
there you
3 weeks
go.
later, and I know I've sold over 150 bottles.
Wow, look at that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It was like another one. Thank you so much. It's like one of those another things where God is just like, okay, move now. It's like
Move
one of those
now.
moment things. Like I told you,
And
it was like one of those moment things.
and it's time to listen. Why the name Dream? What made you pick the name Dream?
Also, I've had a dreams are real. If you like you said, my hoodies
Mm.
and all those things,
Yes.
like that
Yes.
has been my go-to slogan and saying since I
Mm-hmm.
came out of high school and I started doing all of this. When people first saw my picture with Cynthia Bailey and Tyler and all these other things, like I told you before I wrote my book, everybody kept asking me like, "Q, how are you doing this?" And I'm like, "Hey, I don't know, y'all. Like, pray, write your dream down. All I know, the word says, write the
Yeah.
vision, make it plain, and
There
chase
you
your
go.
dream.
There you
Dreams are
go.
real." And I just legit kept saying hashtag dreams are real to until it became a thing. I think I put it on the
Wow.
shirt, and
Yeah.
I had like over 50 to 75 people come out and buy a shirt. The very
I'm
first
about
time
to.
I did a
Mhm.
shirt launch in my hometown, and it was
Wow.
crazy. And I was like, all these
Yeah.
people are legit here to buy a shirt, and I just something I
Look
just
at
thought
that.
about. So the name Dream has been with me forever. My dog name, my new baby, his name is Dream right now. My car name is
Oh,
Dream. And I feel that
oh,
it's a constant reminder to myself that
there
you
you go.
go for this.
Keep
Like
going.
I feel like the favor is on me so heavy. Is
Mm-hmm.
whatever I tell God or whatever I say, whatever I write down, He literally brings it to pass.
Wow. Look at that.
And I'm just always careful with my wording. I'm careful what I say. And so
Careful
when
what
I
you
feel like
say.
when you speak
Yeah.
positive, positive happens to you. So
Yeah.
even when I'm drinking, I want it to be positive. Like dream.
That's
Like I
right.
want to be
That's
dreaming and
right.
thinking when I'm sipping this. So I just always
Yes.
wanted to make sense. And I feel like
Yeah.
even with me seeing that name always in my face, calling my dog's name,
There
the
you
dream is
go.
gonna come to pass. It's always gonna remind you, hey Q, don't let those dreams link. Don't let them
There
dreams
you go.
fall.
Don't let it
Don't let
go.
them linger.
Yep.
Don't just sit on them. So it's
Yep.
a constant reminder
Yep.
to myself, honestly.
I
But
like that. It's an
yeah,
affirmation for you to
yeah,
keep going. And it's a
yeah,
concept. And I love that. I totally love that. Speaking
yeah.
of
Thank you.
bags, speaking of bags, okay, let's talk about let's talk about chasing LA because that's what everybody's like, girl, let's get into that, okay? So how did you go from sitting at the reunions quiet watching everybody act a fool to now you are the executive producer of Chasing LA? How did that come about?
Sitting there and watch everybody act a fool.
Cause you sure was. I'm like, look at you on your phone. You were sitting there like, mm-hmm. Like,
No, so wow. Okay, so let me take my time. It's so many different ways to answer this. First of all, with me being in radio, I've always been a producer. I just didn't know it, and I'm still learning.
right,
I'm still
right.
developing. But I had
Mm-hmm.
my own radio show for almost 4 years, and I ran it by
Mm-hmm.
myself. Sometimes I did my show by myself.
There you go.
I was the first one there, so I know what it takes to push a product. I just
Mm-hmm.
think this is
Mm-hmm.
just switching from driving stick shift to a automatic, you know what I'm
There
saying,
you go.
automatic, or
Yeah.
driving from a coupe to a
Right.
big old,
A truck, a
monster,
monster truck.
whatever, big old
Yeah,
monster
I
truck.
got you. I got
It's
you.
just like getting out of one, but it's the same thing. So how I got
Mm-hmm.
here is I take what I do so serious, and
Mm-hmm.
even I feel like that's why I had a little bit of a disconnect. And when I was on
Okay.
Chasing Atlanta, is because I was trying to be so business mindset. I wanted people to
Mm,
see the business side of me.
that makes
That
sense. Yeah.
that with that being said, I've always, even with the Chasing platform, I took it serious. And
Mm-hmm.
when I came to LA, I wanted some. And the pandemic hit, I was
Yes.
like, what is going to, because now everybody's at a ground zero.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm
Mm-hmm.
going in front of the camera, and I was just getting ready to, I had a show coming on BuzzFeed. It was getting ready. If you all remember, that was the show I called Lauren England on Chasing Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
had a
yeah.
show coming with that platform, and the
Oh,
pandemic hit, and so many other things. So it was like all of my
right.
opportunities stopped. So I was
Right.
just like,
Right.
I feel like I'm back in Atlanta, which I was. I'm a small fish in a humongous pond. And in
Mm.
Atlanta, I was starting to become a little bit of a bigger fish.
Of a bigger
And
fish,
so,
right?
right. So that even pushed me to move to LA. So getting
Oh,
here, the pandemic hit, I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of back at ground zero. But hell, everybody at ground zero. So
right.
that was the
I
best
like
time
that.
for me to start trying to get my feet wet and seeing what I could do. I
Mm-hmm.
think during that time, I was starting to make a few phone calls like, hey, whenever this thing, was this before? Yeah, because I had it before, but then the pandemic hit and I had people fall out. Yeah, that's how it happened. Right before the pandemic hit, when Chasing
Right.
was coming about, and Chasing LA was coming about, me being here for like at least a year. I was trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out what I was going to do next. I knew I had that
Okay.
show. It was getting ready to gear up.
Right.
Had a few things in the work, but me getting into Chasing LA, it was like like I said, I was a small fish in a humongous
That
pond,
big
and I
pond,
wanted
right?
to figure out how I could put myself back out there again.
Mm.
And so
Okay,
just
got you.
one day, just
Rearrange it.
one day just sitting on my patio, child, just started calling people and seeing if they would be interested. This before me talking to Dario
Oh,
or anything, and
right.
just started pulling a few people together as far as cast wise. Like, hey, what do you think about this? They were like, I think that's a good idea. I think I kind of had a conversation with Dario, and told
Mm,
him what I thought I could do. And I've always been, no shade to the other cast members, but I've always been one of the ones to be more business orientated
mm-hmm,
when it
mm-hmm,
came to this. So I felt
mm-hmm.
that Dario trusted me,
Got
and
it.
he saw that I already had a successful radio show before Chasing.
Right.
And it was like, okay, he do why not? Why not at least try? So he
Yeah.
gave me a shot, and here we are.
Yeah, I think it's how you even came to him. You came to him already with a plan, not just an idea. You already
Oh no,
had some things
yeah,
in
oh yeah,
motion. You
yeah. I
already
came.
had
This
the
is who I
ball.
want.
Right, this is who
Yeah.
I want. You came with
Hmm.
already a business plan. Sometimes that's
Hmm.
the difference between a yes and a no, is if you already come prepared and prepared for the worst case scenario and prepared for the best. So,
Yes, ma'am.
don't let nobody give you that opportunity to tell you no. See what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I like that. That's go ahead. So then we get chasing LA, and thank you for that. Thank you for that idea. Thank you
Thank you.
because I mean this. I love all of the chasing reality cities, but LA, I'm kind of biased because my friend is
Yeah,
on there. Then we get to see everybody in a
yeah.
different light. This cast has such different personalities and so funny. So what I wanted to know is, in season one, your baby,
Hmm.
what was your idea? What was your vision for that season?
My idea was just to put, my idea honestly was the premises of the show to put on 10 different individuals who we have not met. At the time, I was actually in the beginning process. I was actually going to do the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was going to
Oh,
do the
wow.
show, but I
Okay.
decided I wanted to take this a bit more serious because I saw that I could open more doors. I was like, why would I take a slide? Everybody knows my story. I'm still trying to
Right.
figure out LA. What am I going to do
Mhm.
besides argue? Because I'm not booked doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And the
right.
route that we was going, I'm like, I'm getting tired of chasing girls. So
Right. Okay, okay. There you go.
so
Right.
I was like, this next season, I'm not gonna be so nice because they've seen me
Right.
do everything else, and I'm like, that's not what I want to show. Q, don't get
Right.
sidetracked with the silly stuff.
Right.
So, child, just whoo, years later, here we are. You just took me down memory lane. I done lost my train of thought.
I seen it. I done seen it. You was like, see now,
Right,
PTSD.
the chasing kids, child.
Wow.
It has
Yes.
been a journey.
I see. So what all right. How did you choose the cast for Chase? I know you talked a little bit
Ooh.
about it a little second ago, but what made you choose the first original cast of
So the
Quiet?
first season cast, like I told you, I had an original cast I was supposed to be a part of, didn't do it. So I had a casting call. I legit had a
Okay.
casting call. Um, at the time, it was COVID, child. We had people meet at a park.
At a pork.
me,
Yeah, at
me
the
and
pork.
me and former producers, we had everybody meet at a park outside and just got to
Uh-huh.
know them one on one. And there's video footage where I met King Payne for the first time in person. I met Jayla,
What?
Marquand, Quantipo. I met all of them for the
Yes.
first time in person. I was like, wow, like this is a thing. This is
This
really
is it.
happening. So yeah, so
Hmm.
that's how I chose the cast. Is actually I had a casting call. It was
Okay.
scary enough because it was COVID, so everybody came
Yeah.
out. They met me at a park, met me and a former
Wow.
producer, and yeah, I saw who had a story, who touched my heart. We sat down just like
Right.
this. I had my notes out of what they
Oh.
expect in Atlanta. I kind of went with the
Hmm.
premises of that, and I know talent, so I'm like,
Right.
I know what
What's gonna bring what?
what.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, look at I see that. Uh-huh.
Just meeting them, one on one, face to face is legit how I chose them. The same way that I was chosen. Come
I
in and let me
love
know your
that.
story. Come in, let me know
I
your story.
like
What you got
that.
going on? Show me.
Show me. Exactly. Did King show up with that fan? He had that fan. He was
I
yeah,
can't remember if King showed up with a fan. Me knowing King Pan, I'm pretty sure he showed up with a fan.
I'm sure. That's what I was gonna say because he
I
don't walk
do
around
know he showed
without
up.
it.
I know he showed up in a bubble coat. I know he showed up in a
What?
coat.
Why is showing that bubble coat? Yeah, I can't believe with that.
I love me some
Okay.
King
Okay.
Payne.
At the end of the day, was you happy with the results of season one? With whatever happened with season one, were you happy? Do you feel content with it?
I do not think that season one of Chasing LA got the fair chance or opportunity that I think it could have got, should have
Okay.
got. And I feel we're still trying to dig ourselves out the mud from the season one. Yes, I made a lot of mistakes as a season one
Okay.
producer, but Chasing Atlanta was on season what 4
Mm-hmm.
when we came out, and Chasing Atlanta season 1 and season 2 and season 3 and 4 and 5 made a lot of mistakes as well, and I feel
Yes.
that people did not extend the same grace
Yes.
to the Chasing LA brand like they do
Mm-hmm.
and did Atlanta, and I felt that because I'm trying to watch myself because I don't want this to go too left, but I feel
You
that
got
because
it.
other producers like
Mm-hmm.
to do more than what I like to do, sometimes I feel like
But you gotta start somewhere. Don't
that.
keep yourself. Listen, I'm
I'm
a
trying to
internet.
keep it. I'm trying to keep it
This,
together over here. But no, seriously, I feel that season one, yeah, we had a lot of mistakes, but I felt that we were pushed out the door before we were even welcomed in the house
yes, I so agree with that.
by the person who owned the house,
I
invited us in
agree.
the house.
I kind of agree. I agree. But guess what? We started somewhere. You came back stronger with season two.
Oh, we're
So you
gonna do
gotta
that,
give
baby.
yourself a round of
Oh, we're
applause,
gonna do
baby.
that.
There you go. Get that. There you go. Give yourself a
But
round
you
of
know
applause for
what?
that.
I
Because
feel
you
like I've
definitely
always
did it.
had to get it out the mud with the Chasing brand,
Yeah.
even with just my brand and who I am. Period. I feel like
Mhm.
I've always had to be a person to prove myself. So,
Yeah.
the Chasing brand has definitely made me tough and made me who I
There
am.
you
I
go.
love it. I love it down. Um,
Yeah.
but even coming into the brand, coming in as Lauren England's friend, and she was,
Yeah.
the villain at the time. I felt
Yeah.
like even me being a cast member, I had to get it out the
Yeah. You
mud
had to
because
get it out the
oh, he
mud.
think he better than everybody. He
No,
coming
that's
in,
right.
Lauren friend.
But guess what? Guess what? You always show improvement, you rise to the top. So hey, keep it. That's how you gotta
Yeah.
get it. It's gonna be gotten. Just put it like that.
Right.
Think of your book title. That's how I gotta get it. I'm a got. It's gonna be gotten. There you go.
It's
Boom.
gonna be gotten, period.
So, any behind the scenes bloopers or funny moments that you could share about season one that we don't really know about yet? No.
I think there was a moment where I think I said it before, but season one, day one was the most horrible day ever. It was
Oh,
supposed
really?
to start. It was supposed to start at a beach, but because I listened to a former producer of mine, I'm one should have not had a group scene the very first day, and then two, we actually had a scene at the beach that started around 5 o'clock
Oh, Lord.
on the West Coast. So by the
Oh,
time we
Lord.
actually got started filming, it was like
It
eight
was dark.
o'clock
It
at
was dark.
Hamburg and Mary's. They lit. It was horrible, and I'm like, who? Why did I listen to y'all? And why did I accept a call sheet for 5 o'clock at a beach on the West
Oh,
Coast? This is stupid.
you
And so
knew
now
it.
that I look at everything, I'm like, oh, that was so stupid. So
But
I
now
guess
you
no
know how to
behind
do
the
it, man.
scenes tea. I don't have any tea for, any crazy blooper
Yeah.
moments like that. But I think I have said it on a platform before, but that was just
Yeah.
one of the most dumbest mistakes.
That
I'm
was,
like,
look, you live and you learn, okay?
ugh.
You ain't do that
Crazy.
again. That's good. Not
No.
only can you catch past episodes of Chasing LA on YouTube, you can go to
It's in
www.chasingreality.com
reality.
for the cast bios and episodes. I just want to let the Crown family know that
Yes.
you can go ahead and get over there. And Q also tell them where they can find your books, your wine, and your merchandise, your clothing line, and everything else. So please tell me your
Listen,
website.
guys, follow me on all of my social media sites. My name is at Quentin T. Harris on everywhere. But if you go to
Yes.
my Instagram bio, in my Instagram, there's a link. Click that link. You can get my book, my
Everything.
wine, hats, hoodies, sweatsuits,
Everything.
everything. I got more stuff
Yes.
coming. Definitely make sure you guys get your bottle of Dream. It's so delicious. It is
I can't
really good.
wait. I
It's
ordered
going to
mine.
be. You did? Oh my
I did. We
gosh. Oh
did.
my
I did that night. I
gosh.
was like, oh, I'm making me some wine.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I
So
have
I can't
another
wait.
order. I have a whole bulk of orders going out Monday morning. I'm gonna make sure yours is in there. I'm
Thank
right
you.
to let it know.
Yes.
Yes,
I cannot
yes.
wait.
Thank you
Yes,
so
I support. I love to. I
thank
don't
you
like, I'm not
so
that
much.
friend that be like, can you help me? I like to support because,
Yes, thank
it's your
you.
idea, your creative. I like somebody to do that for me. So there you go.
Yes.
And I cannot wait. So
Yes.
you
So
know,
make
we're not
yes, go get everything. All my social
everything.
media sites at Quentin T. Harris. But if you go to my Instagram, you click that link in my bio.
Yes.
Everything is right there.
Everything. Everything.
Everything.
Okay. Okay. So I'm not gonna hold you too much longer because I know we
No,
probably
you
wish you an
good. You
hour,
good.
but
No, it's
I
okay.
have a
Take your
couple of more
time.
questions.
I am gonna go to dinner. You know what? You held up my little date night. It's okay.
Not your date
Uh,
night. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't blame
no,
it
it's
on
okay.
me.
I actually had. It's okay. Listen, I'm having some fun. We good.
That's
I'm gonna
good.
go eat
Okay.
after this.
You
It's all
know,
good.
okay, so I'm not going to hold you too much longer now. We're going to get into the Chasing LA, the
Yes,
tea of
season
it all. Okay.
two.
Yes,
Lord
season
have
two.
mercy.
We have some OGs from season one and some fresh
Mhm.
faces. Why
Let
did
me refresh
decide
my glass.
Why the decision to mix it up? Why did you decide to keep some people, or what happened there? Like,
Well, some people were needed to be replaced immediately because they just like didn't show up to the reunion and things like that. Um, so there was definitely some slots that needed to be filled. There were a few things behind the scenes last year that caused a few people, well, one or two people to be replaced, and then one person we haven't really heard from.
Choir.
No, it wasn't Quan who I haven't heard from. No, you know what? Marquand, that's my baby. And I love me some Marquand, and I hope he's watching. Marquand know our relationship.
He's gonna be on season
Marquand,
3. We got a petition going. You know that, right? We got a whole petition at the Crown
no!
family that he gonna be on
Marquand isn't
season
in
3.
LA anymore, I heard,
He
though. I
going to
heard he
be.
moved.
He going big.
Oh,
He
okay.
gonna come
I
big.
listen. I love Marquand. I was hoping to swing him in some kind of way to
Yes.
season two. I love Marquand. I definitely
That's
feel
my
like he's
baby.
another
Yes.
one. He has a story to tell.
Yes,
Super
for
sweet,
sure.
super
For
sweet guy. I
sure.
love
Yes.
Marquand's spirit. I love his energy.
Yes.
He don't mind turning it up if need be. So I
Okay,
love that
Scorpio
about him.
man.
I love that about Marquand. Yeah, I love
Yes.
Marquand. Yeah, I love Mark.
Yeah.
But
We
no, that
start the
wasn't.
petition over here. We
No,
was ready
that
to
wasn't my.
start one.
You know what, Marquand thing. I wanted Marquand because he is like my baby. I love Marquand.
Mhm.
I really wanted him to focus on him.
Got it. Yes, and he did. He
Some
said it. He said that. He said he needed some
sometimes,
time to focus on his
hmm
stuff, but he is big and better, and I'm so proud of him.
sometimes a good leader, a good boss, especially me. I know talent, and
Love it.
I know when a person is drained. I know when they need a break. I know
You
when
need some
it's
time.
time to cut the lights off and cut the cameras off, and
Mm-hmm.
I need to go take a
Mm-hmm.
nap.
Look at that. Bring back Quan. See, they were doing it. We was doing it. We was doing it. We was in the chat like petition time.
I
Yes.
love Quan too, y'all. I love Quan, but
Yes.
child Quan,
I like
he
that.
back.
He
Yeah,
big. He big. And
I
season
don't
3 gonna
know
be
this.
lit. So okay.
Who said it's gonna be a season three? Who said that?
I'm
Who
so
said it?
we with this new season, what did you want to do differently from season 1? We already see the intro. You guys really stepped up the game. I was taken aback from the trailer. I was like, this is gonna be totally season 1. What? Like for real. Like this is your rebirth. So what did you want to do differently from season 1? Of
I
course
definitely had to redeem myself first. I had to
I
redeem
feel
my
that.
name. I
I
had
feel
to
that.
not let my name be played within this industry. Like, oh,
I
he was a
feel
play. He's a
that.
joke.
I
I
feel
didn't
that.
want that, and I felt that I really had to go get it for myself. For one,
Mm-hmm.
I had to prove to myself that I could do this. I belong
You,
here.
you did.
Um, um,
Mm-hmm.
something silly out
There you go. Listen, that could
there.
be it right there because you showing up this season proving that it's
But
very drastically different from last
what I
season.
wanted to showcase this season, I wanted to dive deeper into everybody's story because
Mm-hmm.
season one, I felt like there was a lot of arguing, there was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
just bickering and unnecessary, and they didn't know each other. Hell, I didn't know them. I did know them, but not like
Not like
from
that.
a viewer's perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
on personal, from
Mm-hmm.
business to like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to just go deeper in the stories, and that's why I wanted to showcase Hershey's boyfriend
Yes.
and them actually having a
Yes.
kid in the home. I wanted to showcase moms. We see moms on reality TV all the time. That's why we saw King Payne
I
mom. We
love
talked
it.
about poetics,
Mm-hmm.
parentship. I mean, he has a whole lot going on. We talked
Mm-hmm.
about Fly King Oz father. We've heard a little bit about
Yes.
William the Baptist's story. So I wanted to just
Yes.
go deeper into everybody's story because when I
Mhm.
think back to my chasing reality days, like besides Lauren and myself, we were only in. I think Cam brought his mom on camera
Yeah.
one time. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us didn't really showcase like our families and stuff like that, like a
Yeah.
lot. So that's what I wanted to.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm still trying to dive deeper into
I
with
love that.
whoever
Yeah.
remains. If there is a season three, if there is a season three of Chasing LA, I would. I just want to go deeper into everybody.
Mhm.
So y'all have. We've been in each other's life almost 6 years, and there's so much that y'all still don't know about.
Wow.
That y'all don't know about Q.
That's
So I feel
true. That's yeah.
so
Look at
so
that.
it's not gonna happen
Hmm.
all in just one year. So you have to go
Right.
deeper and deeper and deeper
Right.
each year. That's why we love our Nenes, and that's why we
Gotta
RIP
have
Glenn
them.
because he's been in our lives for all these years. That's why we're heartbroken
Exactly.
when we hear stories about Peter and Cynthia.
Exactly.
Now
Exactly.
Peter and Mike, because we've been there.
Yeah.
So that's
Right.
what
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to start in the
She gotta get back
beginning with
with
like,
Leon. I don't care. She gotta get back with Leon.
okay,
I'm just saying,
hey,
CB, baby, just get back with Leon. Like,
he
what's
is the
good?
one I think, and I love my
He
goddaddy
is.
Peter, but I do think Leon is
Okay, yeah.
but when you follow these stories, and that's why I wanted to start showcasing Hershey, starting with her first baby.
Yes, I
If
love
there's a
that.
season three, we hopefully to see her even
Yeah,
more be a
yeah,
parent with season three and go deeper. So
yeah,
you go deeper
yeah.
each year. So that's
I
what I
love
wanted to
that.
do
I
in
love
season
that.
two, is just go a little bit deeper into everybody's
You
story.
did, you did, and I think Hershey, y'all should do a baby shower, chasing the baby shower for Hershey. Wouldn't that
We,
be
you know
cute?
what's so crazy about the baby shower? We were supposed to do a baby shower to close the season off.
Oh,
It didn't
wait,
work like
yeah,
that.
no, no, not with
It
the
didn't work
with
like
these
that.
people.
It did not work
Uh,
like that.
oh
Mm-mm.
yeah, yeah. I see. So
Hershey was
who?
like,
She said, like,
No, she didn't. Oh, it was a combination of multiple things.
got you. I totally understand that. Who came up with the messy game at Hamburger Mary's?
With the questions game,
Mm-hmm.
me, a former producer, Mr. Ray. It was two former producers. We was on a Zoom call, and we were trying to figure out how we're going to get things going because we
Who
we
wrote
wanted to
y'all
do
the
something
question?
different.
Mm-hmm.
Did we write the questions? We probably did. Just have some questions going,
Ooh.
just to get things started. But I do think we maybe like asked the cast to write a question coming
Okay,
into
got
to
it, got
sit
it.
down. So it was a
Yeah.
combination between our little messy questions and
Right,
just in
right,
case
right,
they was
right,
asking
right.
like, just in case they asked boring shit like, "What do y'all do?" Or I mean,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah.
the regular stuff. It was like we
Yeah.
wanted something to kind of not necessarily kick it off, but
Oh,
we
y'all kicked
wanted
it off
something.
all right. Two
Child, didn't it
seasons
go
of
left?
kicking it
Didn't it
off.
go?
Yes,
Didn't it go
love.
left?
So now I gotta ask. I've asked everyone I've interviewed. Gotta ask you, Mr. Quentin Harris. Who
Okay,
do you not see it for?
it's a couple of these girls out here that I don't see it for, you know,
Ooh.
and I'm not talking about I'm just gonna group them because they're not worth saying their names
Oh yeah, no, no, no. We don't.
individually. What I have to say to haters is keep watching. I'm not gonna name anybody who I don't see it for on a chasing brand. I don't have anybody like that. We're really a family over here. And
Got
because
it.
of the position that I sit in, I don't wish ill on nobody. We are a family. We wanna make it to the network. I don't want to beef with them.
Got you. You trying to bring him
We a
aboard?
family. We trying to
Right.
come on to
We
go
trying to
up.
walk.
Why am
Right.
I beefing
Come
right here?
on.
That's stupid
Right.
to me.
Let's beef on top
So
of millions of money.
but it is a
Yeah.
couple of girls who probably been a part of the brand and who have been let go that I don't see it for.
Okay.
They're a part of the girls on a couple of these other shows and platforms that I don't see it for
Okay.
because they don't see it for me or they don't see it for us. And we're a family up here. We stick together. So there's a couple of these haters out here, but they should remain nameless, just like their careers and everything
Period.
else that they do.
There you
But
go.
I'm not a nasty person. If you want it with me, you know what time it is. But I don't not see it for anybody. You know,
Gotcha.
I want everybody to win. I'm not a nasty person unless if we there, then you know we there.
We're there.
Then we there. But like I just these girls ain't worth mentioning.
I love that. Nice answer. Listen, everybody else fell for the trap. They named somebody. They was like, girl,
Bigger fish to
I was like, ooh.
But that's the cash. I don't have time for that. We got bigger fish to fry. We trying to be up there with BT,
That's right.
BT Plus, like all these
That's
other.
Right.
It's too much work to do to be
the bigger picture.
It's a couple of these girls they know to sit on the other side of the room, but girl, we good.
Okay, I like that. There you go. Tell him, Quentin, tell him. So now, what was the high point for you this season? What's a high point that you sat back and was like, I love that. We did that.
The reunion.
Really?
Even
the
though
two
the
parts
reunion,
we watched?
the 3-part reunion.
The 3-part. Yeah. I know, baby. The history. That's history right there.
That's iconic, baby.
Iconic.
The reason that it was up for me and why it's just I'm proud because we did that. I did that. Like, from top to bottom, I really took my reunion serious. Like, I walked out of there with a zero balance. Like, every videographer was paid for. Like, it's just me being a grown man, just being proud of, like, I did that. It's complete. I don't owe nobody. Right. It was no physical fights. And yes, it was chaotic, and y'all are enjoying this 3-part reunion. Yes. But me being a 29-year-old Black man who just came from nothing to be in the heart of downtown Los Angeles putting on a project, I did that shit. Yes. So this was like season 2. Like, I did not feel happy season 1. I didn't do any interviews season 1. People was tearing me down left and right. I should not be doing this. So for me to complete an entire season and to do it with in great energy, with a positive spirit, what I'm saying? Even with Jeremy's and I's little mini exchange, I love Jeremy. I love him down boots, and that's what family do. So the reunion just made me sit back and seeing Dario fly in and seeing me have 10 videographers on the floor. And security. We downtown Los Angeles. The cast is dressed.
The red carpet, the cast, everything.
Safari. Like,
yes, definitely.
I watched Safari, and when I was like in my, I can't say, I say college years because that's the years everybody was grinding, but I left school I went and got on my road to where I am. But during the college years, when I was watching Love and Hip Hop and Charm School and all of those things, so I was like, for Safari to be like, I'm hosting the red carpet. I don't care who you call, and I'm just like, for Mr. Ray to accept my offer and just all those little things. Hell, for even Chasing to give me a chance. It's like those little moments. I just sat back, even in their craziness the other day at the reunion, and I just sat back in my little Quentin chair. Okay, my little
look at you
okay, so I just sat back and I just took it in for like 10 seconds. So I think a high moment for me was sitting at the reunion. I was just like, oh my gosh, like,
wow.
Okay, Q, you are really out here doing this.
There you go.
And then somebody got up and stormed off and blocked my concentration. So
I see that. I see that, and the crowd and the chat went wild of seeing you in them jeans. Okay, everybody was like, "Look at you in them jeans, Q!" Like,
and you know what was so
I said your name. I was like, "Look at you."
You know, I'm so mad about that moment is because thank y'all for the compliments, but I had a whole outfit in the back because I knew I knew this go around. Like I said, for some reason, I feel like they're gonna catch me on camera, so I want to make sure my nails and stuff was done, which I didn't do. I had a hat on because I was doing so much work. I had a death in my family literally the week of the reunion.
Our condolences for the Crown family. Goodness,
thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So I didn't get to do any of that, but I did have a whole outfit. And so every time I see me on camera with my Crocs on and my white socks and my black shoes, I'm like, oh,
ain't nobody care about that.
20 minutes to put my clothes on. But thank y'all. That part makes me cringe every time because I'm like, I'm not dressed. because I'm
Here's
thinking
the
about
funny part.
Q being on camera and
Being
not
on
behind
camera.
the scenes.
Listen. Nobody even knew you had on White Socks and Crocs. Nobody looked below
They
They
was
stopped
focused on
at
the
the
Georgia Peach.
and
Yeah.
and then they just stopped there because now
Nobody
everybody
had
gonna go
it.
back and look and say he sure did have on White Socks and Crocs. But yeah, nobody knew that.
Right. White socks, Crocs, and ass child. That's all they
It
saw.
is. That's all he saw. Okay. Yes. And I love it. I was like, look at Q. Get back on camera.
Lord
There's a
have
couple of little
mercy.
snips of you came up. I think at the We Just Met Each Other
Child.
mixer. We saw
Oh
you talking.
yeah.
And I was like, is
Mm.
that Q right there? Look at you. You trying to hide like, yeah, side
Not
profile.
even
Like,
knowing the cameras really see me pull my mask over. I'm
with the mask over, like,
I feel like this about to be a moment.
I cannot. So, what is a low part for you this season? What is a low point that you was like, damn, I did that. Like, damn, that happened. But it happened. Can't change it. Or do you have one?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, as a team, as a family, we made plenty of mistakes. I'm trying to think of one that stands out to me.
Okay.
I don't have anything that stands out to me because I don't like regret anything. So I have several low moments, but when you're in them low places, it ain't worth giving up
You ain't
talk
gonna talk
about.
about
We done grew
it.
from it.
Yeah,
No, I'm
exactly.
really
When
trying
you
to
grew
think
up.
outside of like production stuff. I mean, I don't have any low moments that like that just slipped up and just happened. Like a low moment to me is when a cast member think production is trying to shade them purposely, or
Right.
when they be like, "Oh, well, production did this," or "It was cutie."
Yeah.
That's a low moment for me because
Okay.
if you know
Right.
my heart,
You're not
my
like
heart is
that.
for
Right.
my heart is for everybody to win, right?
Got it.
At the end of the day, I do have a job to do, and I am who I am. But I feel like those are the low moments for me. I feel like I've got past the fan stuff. I've got past the comments. I've got past that little stuff. I feel like mistakes are going to come in the industry, so that's nothing I regret. But a low moment to me, a low moment to me is when I lose a team member, when a cast member is feel like, oh, Q is shady, he's shady. That's a low moment to me because I'm just like, what's happening?
Okay.
What's
So
happening?
like the tweet between you and Nicole, when you kind of retweeted something when she thought it was about her, would you classify that as like maybe a low moment?
That wasn't a low moment. That was me being direct with Nicole.
Okay.
And yeah, no, that wasn't a low moment.
That's the boss talking.
Yeah, we're gonna come on and bring it to the table. Nicole has sent me a email to myself and production, a very long email, and there was a word that she was using in that email that I knew the tweet was directed for me. It's because we said that particular word 13 to 25 times in the email. And not even 24 hours later, there's a tweet made. And we've already handled things professionally behind the scenes. You know, if we're doing that, the tweet, you know, this is my personal time. This is my chill time. I know this is for me. I'm not a cast member, and I'm not trying to be nasty with you. And so why are we here? And so me bringing it to you like, hey, and we watched the show. Y'all know Nicole. She was honey child and child. Nicole, this what we doing, babe. Like I felt like that was for me. Not felt like I knew it was for me. And I know she feel how she feel. I know she went on TTV, and I know that a couple of other people are like, well, who said she was talking about chasing LA? I knew she was talking about chasing LA, babe, because there was an email that was sent less than 24 to 48 hours earlier with that one particular word that was used via tweet or on Twitter.
Got it.
Yeah, so I knew for me. So that wasn't it wasn't a low moment for me. I sometimes have to cast. I'm not like I've been here, done that. I know shade because y'all see me in professional mode, and I don't do that with y'all, and we don't know each other personally because they don't. None of them. Yeah, I'm not stupid, and you're not gonna play in my face, and you're not gonna shade me, and I'm not a cast member, so I slightly had to turn the hat a little bit from producer to Q, just to like, girl, what we doing? I see you, girl. So,
flip the hat or no.
It wasn't a low moment. It wasn't me coming from her. But
I get what you mean.
I'm not gonna do the indirectness. I'm a very direct person. That's what we doing.
I like
and if you're talking to me, then just say that. Don't be. I ain't say that. Who said it was my chasing LA, girl? You just sent me an email. Now, if I was a post fan, I'm a bad boss.
Ooh, you got a point there. See, you handled that the right way then. And that's the case, you handled it the right way. So, do you have a favorite cast member? You don't have to say who it is, but do you have one?
Um, my favorite cast member is all 10 of them. No, seriously, I do love all 10. I know that they think that's a fake answer, that's a whack answer. Y'all would not be here if I did not believe
If
in
you
y'all.
didn't like it, there you go.
Like,
Yep.
and it's not me, it has nothing to do with me liking them. I believe
Mm,
in them
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some things about me that they may disagree with. There's plenty of things about
Hmm.
all 10 of them that I may personally not, Quentin may not
Hmm.
personally agree with. That doesn't mean I don't believe in you. So I don't have a
Right.
favorite. I love all 10 of them, even William the Bad for his white self. He family. He our white neighbor. He the white
You're
brother.
a white neighbor.
Yeah, he
Okay.
the white neighbor. Like I love all 10. I don't care how
I'm
low any of them
crying.
feel about Quentin T.
Ooh,
Harris. You would not be on this platform, even down to production, if I did not believe in you.
that's
Okay?
right. That's
So I
right.
love all 10 of them. And I
There
want
you
all
go.
10 of them from first season and second season, if there's a
There
season.
you
I
go.
want everybody to win.
There you
It's
go.
enough out here for all of us. And I know
It's
that sounds
enough.
cliche, but that's my real heart. I don't have a favorite.
I like that. That's cool. Okay. I'm like, that's cute. So, over here at the lituation on this end of the wing, we almost done with this interview.
Oh no, we having a good
Yes, we
time.
almost did. I
I'm here.
know,
I'm
I
here.
know,
Let's
I
do
know,
it.
I know. But there has been some allegations of this audio, and you being an executive producer of the audio between Nicole and Official Campaign. Have you heard the audio, or does it even exist?
I have not heard the audio.
And there you have it, folks, right there. Executive producer hasn't even heard the audio. So that should close that right there. So season 3. Will there be a season 3 of Chasing LA? Dead air. I can't do the dead air. You know that. Like,
I'm not sure. You
you're
have to
not
stick around and
sure.
see. Have to stick
Oh,
around and see.
really? Oh man. Okay, can we get a Chase in Philly? Would there ever be a Chase in Philadelphia?
I'm not sure. You have to talk to Dario. I can only
We're gonna put it
produce
on
from
the
where
Dario.
I can only produce from where I am, and clearly I still got some work to do on that. I'm trying to perfect this before I branch
Oh,
out.
oh, I'm laughing so
Um,
hard. Oh
I
my god.
did think about, chasing Philly the other day. That sounds. Hey, I'm down
We
for
have
any
a
show.
big LGBTQ community here in Philadelphia. I mean, balls down to neighborhoods, down to it's so much going on other than what you hear on the news. So if you were to do a segment of Chasing Philly, I'll help you with it. I
I don't
got you.
think Dario want to do no more chasing. I
No
think it's a
more
headache for the
Chasing is
three.
close.
I think the team needs to build. I think it has to be. I think some things behind the scenes need to take place before we expand. We still
Yeah,
trying to
figure it
perfect
out.
what we have. Yeah, we
I
don't want
got
to
you.
overload ourselves.
That's
So
a good one. That's a good. It's a maybe. It ain't a no Philly. Y'all hear that
yeah,
Philadelphia? It ain't a
yeah.
not. It's a
Any city,
maybe.
I would love
In
to know
any
about
city. I
every city.
like that.
I would love to have chasing people in every city,
Every
just like how
city.
Bravo does.
There
Bravo
you
has
go.
this
Exactly.
human. They have chasing. It's 13 chasing
Exactly.
wives. Okay, it's 13
Yes.
cities. We can
I
have
like
five
that.
or six cities of what we do. I feel like Philly. I feel like New York
New
has been
York.
asking for a show.
Yes. New
I feel like no,
Orleans.
I feel like the South need a show
The
anywhere
South need one. Yeah.
from North Carolina, South Carolina, or
Chasing North
Alabama.
Kakalaka. I like that.
Okay, that's period.
I like it.
So
See? Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
lot of talent in
Definitely.
North Carolina. It's a
It's a
lot of
lot.
talent in a lot of these cities.
Yeah. It is. It
Even you
is.
got Dallas, Texas. I feel like Houston, Texas is a whole nother side of Texas.
DC. We got DC.
DC, the
Virginia.
whole
Yeah.
DMV
The
area.
whole DMV area, baby. You gotta do it.
That's three
Yes.
different shows
That's
right
3 different
there.
shows right there.
So it's so much that could
Definitely.
be, yes, so much that could be done with the brand. I just cannot wait till someone
Yeah.
give us a chance and elevate us and take us where we should be and where we could be, where we're going. I can't wait for the moment to where we're going because there are going to be so many other cities. I can't wait to see what else
I
the
like
brand
that. I
produces.
like that.
I have a few things up my sleeve that's coming.
Yeah.
So
Oh, what you
yeah,
I
if
like that.
we
I like
don't do a chasing, there, I'm there.
Mhm.
We could talk. There could be some other things worked
I
out because
like
I
that.
have some
Yeah.
things that I'm working on.
Oh, okay. I'll do everything but nude. I don't do nude scenes. I don't think you want me to do a nude
Me
scene. I'm
either.
gonna tell
Yeah, I
you
got
that,
a
baby.
man. I
Listen,
got a
yeah,
man and he
listen.
ain't
My
want me to do no
husband,
nude shit.
like if the bag is
Okay,
right,
look. Ah,
but we'll talk about that later. That's off there anyway.
look, you got a man, I got a man. We ain't
I
doing
gotta
no
be,
porn
we
scenes.
can't do that. We can't. So okay. Do you help with the storylines? Do you help with the castmate storylines, or is this strictly them?
Yes, so I do help with the storylines.
Okay,
Sometimes, like I just said, like the Hershey, like the baby shower. That
gotcha.
was something that I pitched to Hershey. I was like, Hershey,
Mm-hmm.
because of the baby, I think this is a route that we should go. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
turn into a baby shower, but it did turn into a birthday party because
Gotcha.
just different things. Is like we've seen enough of the mess. Like let's focus on something
That's
happy. So
something happy,
now I
yes.
can't, like I say, it started as a baby shower, but turned into
Mm-hmm.
a birthday party. So
Mm-hmm.
I want people to understand that reality TV is real. My job is to make sure that the train stays on the track. I can't control what nobody
Thank you.
do. I
Yeah,
can't make nobody plan something. I can't make
yeah,
you submit no scenes. I can't make you do any of that. I can
yeah.
help you be alone or help the train stay on the track. It's certain
Yeah, make the
individuals.
story make sense. That's what you do.
Yeah,
You make the story make sense, and
yeah.
that's what it is. Got to be somebody. Otherwise, they just be yelling all day. We wouldn't understand
Yeah,
what the hell is
it
going on.
just be a whole bunch of chaos. But I wanted to say that because a lot of people think reality TV is like, oh, it's so fake, it's just
Mhm.
this and it's that, and it's like no, like it is. We have to stay on task,
Got it.
on
Yep.
board. But I
Yep.
don't,
Yep.
what I'm saying. I
There
don't
you
tell
go.
them what to say. But yes, I do help with the storyboard. Executive producing. I'm from A to Z. There's nothing I don't do,
There's
child.
nothing you don't do.
I'm
Okay.
videographer. I'm an assistant. They be coming to me. Child, the girls are coming to me and be like, "Q, you got some nipple coverings?" No way.
What you got nipple?
Now, why would I
Wow.
have nipple coverage? Q, you got some
Oh
bobby
my
pins? Now, why would I have? They be like, "Q, you should." Who let them on the camera without them being lint rolled? Y'all want me to be a
God.
stylist, videographer, produce
Not
this
the lip
thing?
roller. Come on, y'all.
Child.
I just think don't spend no more money on food though, Q. I'm just saying. Because
They
they
don't
all
eat.
be fighting. They don't eat. They
They
don't
don't
eat.
eat.
They don't eat at all. I'm like, y'all arguing over all this good food and like what is going on?
Let
So,
me tell you a secret, baby. The cast pay for their own food.
well then let them order it all. DoorDash
Yeah.
it down, baby. Uber Eats it down.
Argue all y'all want
All you
to.
want.
Nicole gonna have chefs, baby. They can probably throw all that food away. King Payne be having. Well, they ate the King Payne taco. They eat off camera because I know Nicole. She don't eat while the camera rolling.
Okay,
It's a
right.
couple of them who wait to eat after we
Oh,
roll.
oh, that's what
Even when
they
we
be
were
doing.
in San Diego, that we'll
Uh-huh.
film the food to be sitting there, and they'll be looking at me like, "All right, wrap it up. My food getting cold." A lot of them don't like to eat on camera. Be
I
sitting there doing.
understand that. Yeah, like we in jail. Like, yeah, like that's how you do it. Yes, I get it. So that makes sense. Okay, because I'm like, why is y'all arguing all that food is sitting there? Like, seriously, can y'all just put the plates up and then
Or
argue?
by the time
But
they be trying to get it out so that when
they
they
be trying
start
to, yeah,
eating, they don't want
yeah,
to
they be
argue no more.
hungry. That's why they argue, because they hungry.
Mm.
That's what it is.
Maybe that we should start feeding them first, then film.
Maybe they be too tired to argue. Cute.
Tone
There you
it
go.
down a little bit. Tone it
There you go.
down.
I like that. I like that.
The next
Last
watered
idea.
down scene I need, I'm be like, y'all go eat first, then we go
You're
film.
gonna eat exactly. Everybody gonna be too tired to. So I will get up and yell
Uh,
at you, but
but I'm
yeah,
so
I'm
famished.
just
I'm
too finished.
so Feel like I can barely stand up. I'm hungry, girl. I need a
There you
biscuit.
go. There you
Need
give them
some
the itis.
water.
There you go. So last idea we have is chasing the mommies. Would you do a chasing the mamas segment, maybe around Mother's Day, or just chasing families? Segment the moms and how their journey. Because
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love
That's
how
a
you
cute
bring out the
idea.
families of chasing. And I think it would give a lot of families that are struggling with dealing with their child that's in their life, how they have coped with their child transitioning or choosing the lifestyle that they choose. So, you guys have a platform that does that already. I think spotlighting that a little bit more better would
That's
push
cute.
that forward.
I don't know about a whole chasing series
Not a
or
series, I said a
not a
segment.
yeah. Yeah, just like a little segment, like
Just
a
a
Mother's Day segment. That's
little,
cute. That's a cute
yes.
idea. I turned my face up because I was like the mothers I wouldn't want somebody comment about
Right.
people's
You
mamas all
know.
day. That would kind of make me cringe. But like
Child,
a
you know.
Mother's Day segment, that is
Yes,
super
yes,
cute.
the
Or and a
mommies, the
Father's Day, because
daddies,
you know I brought my father on the show.
mommies and daddies, and in
Troy talked
between.
about his father.
Exactly. Just to give that in-depth look on how you as a mom, because I feel like Nicole's mother is
Yeah,
amazing. And
yeah.
my son is in the life. My son is, he's gay. That's my baby.
Oh,
But
how old is
in
your
like
baby?
he's 18 actually. He's not a baby no more. He's 18, but he tried to do this
You
whole
got a
sitting
little
down.
lamb.
Right in there. He tried to do this whole sitting down, coming out thing. And I was like, baby, I knew.
I
Like, all
already
right.
knew, babe.
And then
I'm your
because
mama boy.
he helped me with my eyebrows and
Oh,
everything. Me and his father
beautiful.
love our son.
Oh,
So we want to
beautiful.
see more people, you know what I'm saying, accept their children. There should be no reason why certain LGBTQIA families have trouble with this,
That's
having issues with
beautiful.
this. So I
Yeah,
think,
that's
you guys
beautiful.
got the platform, you got the eye of the quote unquote straight community because my brothers, I know so many straight men that
Who
actually
watch
watch
Jason?
Chasing LA.
I know it's
Exactly.
so crazy. It's so
So
crazy. I was out at the nacho stand the other day, probably about a month ago, right here in San Diego.
look
Just
at that.
random Sunday. I'm just out getting some nachos, and it was this guy and this girl, straight couple, hetero couple, walked up to me, and the guy was more hyped than the
There
girl
you
was. He was
go.
like,
See?
"We be watching you. My wife watch you all the time." He was like,
Yes.
and I was like, "Oh my
Yes.
God, he is so turned up." So
Yes. Yes.
we
My
meet
daughter
so
was
many
yeah.
people.
Yeah, my daughter's 7 and she not supposed to be watching. I was watching on my computer. And when Rich Brown got in Kingpin face, she was like, "Oh no." I was like, "I know you better be in bed. I know you finna be in bed." Like she had been taking off her fake earrings. So I was like,
Now she
"Oh
came in on a rich bomb scene,
no." On
child.
the Rich Bomb scene. All people. Like,
Oh
oh my
God,
goodness.
yeah.
Oh
Oh
boy.
God.
Oh boy. So
Shout
yes,
out to Rich
definitely.
Bob.
Shout out to Rich Bob. Definitely, he is an interesting character. You picked a
Rich
good one
Bob.
there. You picked some good ones this season because they really brought some spice
Yeah.
to everything, and I cannot wait for season 3. Quentin, thank you so much for being here with Philly
Ooh,
Chica. You survived the
we.
situation. You
I
helped your
know. Here
shit.
we are.
Definitely, you get what I'm saying. So give yourself a round of applause. Millie, get it. Period. There you go. Throw it in a half circle. Yeah, that's what I do. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
See,
y'all
it
for
wasn't
having
that bad.
me.
I
No, not at
appreciate
all.
you for being here. And Crown Family, we love it. See, they enjoyed it. They loved you. And we love you. And thank you
I'm
for
mad I couldn't see any of the comments.
you can't? Oh, they loving
Mm-mm.
you. Oh my goodness.
Oh, shout out to
Oh,
y'all. I
loving
haven't
on
seen any
you.
of the
Yes.
comments. I haven't
Yes,
seen any
yes,
comments
yes.
this whole
We
time.
all love you and we thank you so much for bringing
Thank
Chasing LA
you.
to this platform. And we wish nothing but the blessing, all of the
Oh,
blessings to
thank
you.
you.
We are
Thank
so
you.
sorry. Our condolences to your family. You
Thank
know,
you.
we all know about the loss. And I appreciate you even highlighting that on the show,
Yeah.
about the Andre's mom and things like that. Can't wait for episode 3, part 3 of the reunion this
Child, buckle up.
Thursday. Ooh,
Buckle
I
up.
cannot wait. So, anything
Buckle
we
up.
should expect? What can we expect for episode, part 3?
I can't tell you who, but I will say you can expect a little bit of resolvement. I know it's been a lot of arguing going back and forth for
Uh,
part 2. I know part 2 was nothing but yelling, child. I was like, oh my
baby.
God.
Andre came to fight. Andre said not to
Child.
die.
But you know what? All 10 of the characters, I'm not gonna say they came to fight, but they definitely it was thick in there a couple of weeks ago.
I can feel
It
it.
was
Like, yeah.
thick. I was like, what? The cast is not playing today. So yeah, it was. But see, episode 3 or part 3, because we're on
Mhm.
episode what 16? Yeah,
16, yeah.
16. Oh my God, child.
Yes.
Little secret. We're supposed to have 10 episodes, child.
I knew that. I ain't messing nobody, but I knew that.
But so
Yes.
yeah, part 3, I can't tell you who, but you can expect a little bit of resolvement. That's what I will say.
Okay. All right. So some
That will
peace going into
hopefully
season
set us
3.
up for, if that will hopefully set us up for some great things for season 3.
Yeah, season 3 is gonna be because I gotta be Quan's baby mama. So I'm just telling you. Yes, I'm coming with the 2 little fake babies. Like, Quan, every
Okay, come
scene,
on,
every
two fake
scene.
babies.
I'm gonna pop up like Sydney Star on you every scene. I'm gonna pop up on Quan like, what? This is how You don't know about all my
Mm-mm,
favorites. You know,
mm-mm,
everybody, the Crown family
mm-mm,
know. They know. They know.
mm-mm,
They know.
mm-mm,
You
mm-mm,
say
mm-mm. I'm not in there. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
that's our
mm-mm.
storyline. That's that's gonna be our storyline. Okay. But thank you so much for
Thank
being
you so
here.
thank you for having me.
Please tell everybody where they can find you at again and all of the websites and all. Tell them where they cash at. Tell them everything. Everything.
Oh, not the cash
Yes, tell them
app.
everything.
Well, first of all, thank you, Philly Chica. Thank you so much for a beautiful interview. I don't do a lot of interviews because I just
Yeah.
feel like sometimes people go to the left. But thank you so much. This was fun, and
Thank you.
it just puts me in the spirit of wanting to do this more. So thank you for
Yes.
giving me a great, successful, great energy interview, and I
Appreciate it.
appreciate that. Thank you for
I
being a fan of the
appreciate it.
show.
Yes,
You
thank you.
guys can find me on all of my social media sites across the board at Quentin T. Harris, Quentin, capital THARRIS. Make sure
Okay.
you guys go get my dream wine, which I'm super
Yes.
excited about. It's going to be your new favorite holiday wine. It's
It
going to go
better
with your
be.
Thanksgiving. It's going to go with
Mhm.
New Year. New Year's
Yes.
coming in. If you have some
Yes.
New Year's resolutions, some 2023 goals that you want to write down,
Yes.
sip you some dream wine, child,
You
and
got
get
it.
down to the bottom of it. Okay.
That's
Um,
right.
so definitely follow me on all of my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris. Get the dream wine, and also make sure if you guys are not, subscribe to Chasing Reality and
Better be.
follow all things. Of course, Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Dallas, but over here, follow all things Chasing LA. Follow all 10 of the cast members. They are amazing in
Yes.
everything that they do, and I'm super excited to see what Chasing holds for the future.
Yes, and so are we. We are so turned up. I cannot wait.
Thank you.
Yes, I am your girl, Philly Chica. You can find me on Philly Chica 2016 on Instagram. Also, I'm at Station Head, the Bodega Baby. Actually, every Saturday
Yeah.
at 9:30. But tonight, we a little late. But guess what? We going to talk because I'm 40 and I got to talk to Quentin. Now, so none
Oh,
of
do I
y'all
got
ain't
you
do it.
late?
No, you ain't got me late for nothing. This is a party right here.
It was worth it.
Period.
I was going to work, but I'm sorry
Okay,
about me getting up. I'm
okay, you
old.
late. You got me late. You got to twerk now. Now you got to twerk. Now I gotta see it. Throw it in a circle. Oh my goodness. Yes, and this has been another great interview. You can also catch me tomorrow on the G panel reloaded, you know what I'm saying, with Quan the Poet and First Home Super. That's right here, only on the Home of the Lituation, where we pop our shit and we keep it lit. Thank everybody for
Oh, that was
tuning in
cute.
tonight. You know what I'm saying? Replay gang. Hey, everybody. Make sure y'all hit those comments at the bottom. We love y'all. Thank y'all. Be blessed. We out. Bye.
Bye.